Well, good evening, family. Welcome to the Underrated Sports Show with my brother and co-host, She Stay Sleep TV. He be on it momentarily. Welcome. We're gonna go over NBA scores and NFL scores. So other than that, let me get the announcement out the way. Welcome to my channel, Underrated Darkness. Support the channel. Also support She Stay Sleep channel. Hit the bell when I come for powerful live stream and or video. Hit the bell. Share this. Very much appreciate the others that I did in the past. You got all the links I'll be going to. We ain't gonna get into that tonight. Let's get this started. Again, welcome to the Underrated Darkness channel. Underrated Sports Show. Sponsored my brother and co-host She Stay Sleep. Welcome, my brother.
Peace, peace. What's going on, family? Welcome to the Underrated Sports Show. Salute.
Yeah, so we're gonna go over some scores and some news and stuff, and we see some games that's really happening. Before we start off, She Stay Sleep. Tell them about your channel. We see some games. Tell them about your channel.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Y'all can check me out. Sheep Stay Sleep TV, one word. Check me out, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. As a matter of fact, right after this live stream, y'all could go ahead and check me out. I'm gonna be going live right after this stream, man. And we're gonna chop it up about the government shutdown, and y'all could check me out there, man. So go over there, show y'all support over there on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Hit the bell, and y'all could catch me live right after this, man. So I appreciate all the love and the support for everybody who's been supporting from day one, and everybody who will support in the future. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's all right. So after this, some stream be going. We're gonna check out Cheesecake Sleep. I was doing another live tonight, but I'm changing my mind. I'm gonna pay tribute to the late great Denise LaSalle. She was a fan. She was a blues singer plus an R&B singer. She made some records that some people was like X-rated and stuff. But to me, she's very underrated. So I'm gonna do I don't know about tonight. I don't know, but no, I'll probably do it tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna do a special about her tomorrow. I got something else lined up tomorrow, but I'm definitely gonna do something about the late great legendary Denise LaSalle. Now the ones who grow up and everything, grown ups, they will know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna talk about. We're gonna wait till it's fold up, brother. And let's see, we did men's talk Friday. On Saturday, I did talk about the fake pro blacks, parasite scholars. I want y'all to check that out. I did always do my fellowship live. Check that out. And also, like She Stay Sleep said, he gonna do a special. Is it a special live tonight, brother, about the government shutdown, or just usual?
I mean, I wouldn't call it a special. It's just gonna be me speaking about it and what I think should go on and what I see coming based on this government shutdown. I just want to chop it up with the family about it, and get my
Good.
spell on it. That's all, bro.
Okay, I just want to check. So please tonight, after this live stream over, I want everybody else to go. Let's support the brother. She Stay Sleep, my brother and co-host. and he gonna chop it up with the family tonight about the government shutdown. And we have to know what's going on of what happened in our perspective. And I urge y'all to please take more of your time tonight to check what the brother's going to say, because it's very important. We're gonna wait for some more people to get in. Um, and so, yo, bro, if we can go on right now. Matter of fact, let's chop it up right now. What you want to start off? The NFL, NBA.
Um, shit, we could start off with the NBA. You got the scores and stuff pulled up, or you need me to pull them up?
Now, I have a problem with this thing. You pull them up right now, and I follow right behind. So we're gonna do the NBA. You do the NBA right now. You can do the NBA right now. We can say it in the show.
All right, let me pull up the scores, and cause I ain't really been watching the NBA, not this weekend, cause it was NFL weekend basically.
Mm-hmm.
But we could go over some scores that happened. Yesterday we had the Warriors. They played the Mavericks. The Warriors won 119 to 114.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Steph had a breakout night.
Mm-hmm.
He had 48, 6 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody back on the Curry craze because he been not been himself lately. So he had a big night. Um, Durant had 27, no 28, 7 and 5. Um, Clay, he had 16, 4 rebounds and 1 assist. So Steph had a great night, but it was a close game. It was a close game the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
It was a close game the whole game, but Steph is back. You know, everybody wanted him back. Everybody was wondering what's going on, and Steph is back now. He back. Um, the next game is the next game that happened yesterday was Portland versus Denver. Denver pulled it out 116 to 113.
Uh-huh.
Um, let me see. You had the top scorer for them, of course, is always Damian Lillard
Right.
for Portland. He had 26 and 7 assists.
Uh-huh.
CJ McCullough had 18.
Mm-hmm.
He always come with his solid double digits.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Aminu only had 9, but he had 12 rebounds.
Well, we lost, yeah.
Um, Now as far as Denver, damn, Millsap only had 11. He had 11 and 6, but
Mm-hmm.
what's the name was killing. They center, Jokic. He had 40.
Yeah.
He had 40 and 10.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn, I ain't know he was nice like that.
Yo, but he been playing well this year though. You
Yeah,
know,
Joe
man, yeah, he playing.
Jokic was killing.
Mm-hmm.
40 and 10. He had 40, 10, and 8. He almost had a triple double.
Triple double, right? Mm-hmm.
Beasley had 13. Murray, he had 24.
Yeah, he's killing. He be doing his thing.
Yeah, so the Nuggets had a good night.
I think they were saying they had the best record in the NBA.
Who the Nuggets?
Yeah, one of the
They
best records. Yeah.
they 29 and 13.
Mm-hmm.
The Nuggets is currently 29 and 13.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked like I mean, These guys keep it up, man. It look like they definitely gonna be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be a contender in the playoffs.
Yeah. This is it's all about, what seed they're gonna be at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the last game yesterday was Cleveland versus LA.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, LA lost.
That's surprising. That's not a good. That's a bad loss.
Yep. They lost. Cleveland won 101 to 95. Um,
All
let
right.
me see. Uzman, he had 20 points. Oh, they went in. They went. I see why they beat LeBron and them. Everybody, all they stars put up double digits. Ozman, he had 20, 20 and 8. Hood, he had 18 and 3.
Yeah.
Um, Tristan Thompson had 15 and 14.
Mm-hmm.
15 points, 14 rebounds. Burks, he has 17 and 13 rebounds.
A guard.
A guard. Sexton has 17.
Yeah. Clausen. He did I.
Yeah, Clarkson, he had 9. So they put them numbers up last night, man.
Big numbers too.
Yeah. That
Now,
boy that boy Rodney Hood. People be sleeping on Rodney Hood. He got game.
yes, he do, man. That motherfucker could shoot. He could
That
put it
boy
on.
got
He could put it on a rack.
game. Yeah, he got game.
Yeah, he got game. Now we're gonna look at the Lakers.
Now let's look at the Lakers stats. Ingram, he had 22 and 7.
Okay.
Kuzman, 29 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
JaVale McGee, he had 2 points, 8 rebounds.
That's surprising.
LeVar Ball almost had a triple double.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
13, 8 rebounds, 8 assists.
Hard.
Hart had 9.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? LeBron ain't play?
Nah, he didn't play again. Yeah.
No wonder. Lance did not score.
Yeah. That's what you see.
What are you doing, Lance? Tyson Chandler ain't score either, but he only played 4 minutes. So
And Beasley, he hardly did nothing.
yeah, he had 8 points. He did all right. He only played 7 minutes. He had 8 points. So
That's good.
that's good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, Lance, you ain't score.
But look at Chandler. He only had like, wow.
Yes, that was nasty. That was nasty. And that mind y'all, the Cavaliers record is 9-35.
Right. That's I said that's a bad loss for the Lakers. I'm saying like if the Lakers make a run toward the play, I'm saying the second half of the season, I think one of those games going to cost them is that loss. That's a bad loss.
Definitely, definitely. You ain't lying. That was ugly.
That was ugly loss. You got practically everybody of the Cavaliers that hard.
So, bro, what's going on with LeBron? Do you know why he haven't been playing?
I think he had a hamstring, something like that.
Oh, okay, okay. And tonight, if y'all watching the NBA tonight, the Celtics play the Nets at 7:30. 8 o'clock, you got the Rockets versus Memphis. That's gonna be a good one. You got Charlotte playing against San Antonio, 8:30. 9 o'clock, the Jazz playing the Pistons. 10 o'clock, Portland's playing Sacramento. And 10:30, the Pelicans is playing the Clippers.
Oh, did you? I forgot to tell you. Did you see a few days ago when Detroit played against the Clippers? They came in Clippers.
Nah, I didn't see that game.
Blake Griffin was killing them.
Yeah, I heard Blake Griffin been putting in work though.
He be putting in work late, but against the Clippers, no answer. No answer. He was shooting threes. Now, just tell the truth. How many times we see Blake Griffin play? He don't hardly shoot threes.
Nah, he don't.
They was giving him, he was hitting them, put it on the ground.
Yeah,
Like
I
killing
never was used to him playing shooting threes. Not Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin was shooting threes, hitting them too.
I wonder what's the reason for the NBA allowing centers to do that now? Because that's kind of like a new thing.
Well, you gotta think about it. Let's think about like a few years ago when the NBA changed the rules about playing defense, and also to have more on offense. They want to make the game more openly now. They bring in that European small ball, and that's what you see right now. That's why you see centers and power forwards and shooting around. Look at Anthony Davis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Daddy Davis shoot threes because that's the only way they're gonna last long in the NBA. Now, if the teams would have been smart, you could put a person on the box. They could score all day.
Right.
But how many coaches is willing to do that? If you notice how the NBA paradigm is really understand now, they say they hire coaches that fit that game now.
Mm.
They not really having no coach that really like had two phases of the game, like the Pat Rileys and
I
and
see what
others in
you're
the past.
saying. The
Yeah,
Phil Jacksons of the game and
the Jacksons in
the
the game.
Van Gundys and
Yeah, the Van Gundy's right. And
yeah,
so now the only way you got the one is the one in San Antonio. But if you see him, he got to switch it up too a little bit. But he still like play his form of the game. But no, I just that to me that's how I see it. So because you gotta make them spot. And people don't like to hear this, but it's true. You get a lot of sponsors put millions of dollars for the NBA. Some of them sit on the board. So they say, you got to open up this game. We losing money.
right. So
So,
you think it's a way for them to preserve the players
yeah,
by them playing this you know this shooting game like
right.
everybody just a shooter.
Right, because it's not all about fundamentals no more. I mean, it's still fundamentals, don't get me wrong, but it's entertainment because they complain about, oh, we cannot have this a foul. Then you remember they switch up other teams. There used to be rivalries and stuff, and then you got players want to go to good teams. They don't go to teams no more to help them build up and everything. So the sponsors got a whole lot to do with it because they said, "Oh yeah, the NBA losing money." NBA wasn't even losing no money. It's just people on the very, very top. They don't want that pound the ball. Give it to the guard, or give it to the forward, or give it to the center. If it's a double, throw it back. There is no thinking of the game no more. There's no fundamentals no more. And then if you you got the young fan right now that don't really appeal to them because they feel that is boring, but at the same time, it's fundamentals. Why do you think you got a lot of players right now? They do not opt. It's not thinking. It's not all about fundamentals. It's all about one on one.
Right. So this is like this new age kind of ball where everybody could shoot. Nobody's, you know, backing anybody down and really, you know, where everybody I see what you're saying. What you saying is this is how I'm gonna explain it. What you saying is like some years ago, how certain teams played was you had some teams who were more dominant down low, where now it's still like that, but the players are like they opened the players up more to
Hmm.
the point where the big man is not just a down low guy.
Yeah. And he set picks. Only thing they had the big man for is shoot jumpers or 3 points and set picks or throw
Right,
lobs. There's
right,
no pivot. There's no pivot on either side no more.
right, right. That banging down low is less now. It's less because the guys are much more of a finesse player. But also, I would have to say this to add this too. Even though we see that, we gotta also put it in perspective. The big guys coming now in the league, they're much more athletic too, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They're much more athletic. So, you know, that's why they could spread the floor and do other things too, though. You know, back in the day, those guys, a lot of the big guys was one dimensional. These big guys aren't. You know, cause I just thought of another center who shoot threes, but he a beast down low, Joel Embiid.
So it'd be right.
He
Uh-huh.
shoot three. That boy shoot threes like he Reggie Miller.
Right, yeah. He could shoot because then at the same time, we have to understand though too that what I'm talking about the European small ball, it translates into American ball now, especially in college. If you look at all them camps right now, they actually have camps for shooting, for dribbling. I'm talking about for big men.
Right, right,
How to set screens and roll off instead of roll up to the basket, roll up to the 3 pointers.
right,
Set back traps, down low passes and stuff like that.
right, right. That's crazy. But I think too it's just, you know, I agree with you though. It is, I believe it's, you know, they want the game to go a certain way, but I also think this is the way that, you know, the game is growing into.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting away from just sports, and like you said, it's being more entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining now. So you think about that. The people's are seeing right now, like I don't have to bang no more. I'm 6'11", 275 and 280. I can shoot jump shots now. I can grab at least for 8 or 9 rebounds. Maybe off that, maybe get like 4 or 5 assists. But at the same time, I ain't say, but at the same time, you looking at now these players right now, you right, they're more athletic, but you see the defense efficiency comes into the picture too. You don't see that many blocks no more. You don't see that many back uh blockouts and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely. The game has evolutionized itself. It
Mm-hmm.
has. It has.
So you have to so when people talk about it, you gotta understand right that the evolution of the small ball. And then when I talk about the small ball, you know what I'm talking about, bro. It's not the guards and the forwards, it's even the center because the center is really benefiting now. I mean, so now, like New Eric Kane say people getting hurt going to the hole. Well, that's part of basketball. And so now you can't even supposed to go to the hole. You can't even breathe. Even if you trying to box out a person with your hip or your arms and move around, that's an offensive foul. You can't check no more. You roll out screams. It's basically like one on one. And then if you go to a zone, you can't even like if you play zone on defense, you can't hardly touch him or her because that's a foul. They call that a foul.
Yeah, but them guys out still, them guys still out there getting hurt regardless, and they still out there playing tough. Cause
Hmm.
at the end of the day, they may call some bullshit fouls sometimes, bro. But a lot of them dudes is still getting, them niggas is still getting that work put on them.
Oh yeah,
It's
exactly.
not as, it's not as, you know, they don't. I understand what you're saying as far as the refs could be petty at times, where back in the day, the refs let the guys play a little more. But
Hmm.
today, man, them guys still getting hurt. It's just
Yeah.
certain shit is not allowed no more that it was allowed back in the day. Like for instance, like I still notice today when I watch playoff basketball,
Mhm.
all the calls that they call in the first half, them bullshit calls, they not calling in the second half.
No.
Don't expect to get them cheap fouls. You're not getting them.
Hmm.
You're not getting them. So that never changed in the game because they used to do that back then. First half, home team, they get most of the calls called for them.
Hmm.
The star player get them little cheap smacks, fouls, and But second half, because I always see it with LeBron. LeBron will get them little bullshit fouls. But second half, they're not calling. They're not calling that. They're not calling it. They not doing it. They not doing it. So I think the guys is still, it's not that the guys are getting hurt going to the hole. It's
Hmm.
just that I feel like they're not just finding a way to preserve the player, but they're also, like you said, they're making the game more appealing to to children. And when children go to the games and stuff, they want to see three pointers, they want to see dunks. And that's why you see a lot of these centers are, they're multi-dimensional now
Hmm.
because and if you notice too, bro, a lot more children like bigger players now.
Right.
Like a lot of the bigger players are stars now. Where
Right.
back in the day, you had a lot of good big guys, but they weren't considered stars.
Hmm.
Like you had all stars and then you had superstar big men. But
Right.
now a lot of these guys, these big guys are superstars, where young guys want to be like them.
Right.
You didn't really see that back in the day too much. I think it's more prevalent now with the big guys.
Yeah.
That the big guys is getting that shine. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? You got kids buying Draymond Green jerseys.
Yeah. Hmm.
If Draymond played back then, he will not be a star.
Nope.
He will be what we consider an all-star. He will be a guy that people like, but people won't be going out buying his jersey. People buying Draymond Green jerseys.
Hmm.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? They buying Draymond Green jerseys as if he's like a Shaq or somebody. So I do think, because at the end of the day, it's about the money too. So they gotta preserve these guys to get more out of them.
Right.
They have to do that. They have to. It's it you we getting ready to talk about football next too, family. So y'all stay tuned for that. But we can even say that with football too.
Uh-huh.
They're switching up legislation in the game so them guys can last longer, man.
Uh-huh.
Because matter of fact, we could just go into it.
Right.
What happened with the NFL, man, in this whole CCE shit, these concussions that these guys been getting, man. People don't know that the NFL got a lot of lawsuits put on them
Yeah.
by ex-players, by players who died and their families are suing the NFL. So they got to switch certain shit up because these players are getting hurt and they catching concussions. And then 5, 10 years later down the line, they die out of nowhere. And people wondering why. And when they doing these autopsies, they finding out it's because of these concussions,
Mm-hmm.
because of these hits to the head that they allowed these. Why you think they stop helmet to helmet?
Mm-hmm.
Why you think they stop letting you hit people in the head when you tackling them? You can't lead with your head no more when you tackling. Why do you think they're switching up legislation? Because these guys are getting hurt, man. Like what really brought this stuff to the light was the death of Junior Seau.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think he got a book or something like that before he died. But you know, they when they did an autopsy on this dude brain, man, they said that this dude brain was messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was walking around literally bugged out in the head from constantly having concussions.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, people don't understand that when you have you can't have too many concussions.
Yeah. Right.
You can't have too many because that'll start messing up your regular life.
Right.
You know, you'll always be catching migraine headaches. You know, you won't be able to live. And that's the stuff Junior Seau was talking about before he died. How these concussions ruined his life after football. So I think, you know, the NFL and the NBA, they just had to, they're finding ways to protect the players because if they don't protect the players, they're gonna get sued. So they gotta protect the players to protect themselves. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, an NBA player is nothing but you're nothing but property to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's like having a slave and not having medical insurance for your slave. You know, so that's really what it is. They trying to protect these players, man, so they don't get sued.
Yeah. And then at the same time, I'm gonna tell you a little story. Hold on. There's a story about I seen this is on the internet, like matter of fact, a few days ago. Lockhead Boss Lady, thanks for coming. Appreciate that. It was this play. I forgot which played like 20, 25 years ago. And he got hit. It was against I forgot which team, but I definitely believe it was back in the 80s. And after that, he was really his body really deteriorated. But what happened was the wife was fighting for his case to be heard, right? But let me tell you what the NFL lawyers was doing. Every time, like when they win something, they was taking 20%, 10, 20% off. So when they was getting it, whatever little it is, they end up not having nothing, and they still owe him like almost still $1 million. But finally, the NFL gave the family 300 to over 300 some $1,000. That they said they'd be all right after that. But at the same time, he on this or on this life machine. That's what keep him alive. But they said little by little, his body is deteriorating. And it is a very depressing story, but he's not just the only one. That's what I'm saying. The NFL, they looking out for these players right now, but the players back then, they don't look out for them. And these lawyers is robbing them. Don't if you hear it on TV, oh, they work for them. No, they robbing them.
Yeah, because a lot of the older players, they was playing in a time where it was all about that crash and burn. It was all about that. Like back then, they wasn't trying to preserve the players.
Nah.
It was like you played at your risk. You played at your own risk. If you made it to the NFL, this is what the NFL was about. And it was the same thing with the NBA. It's no longer like that no more. You know, these new guys that's coming in, man, they're young. Um, and not only are they young, but they intelligent. You know, they coming in with their own sports agents, their own sports lawyers, and they know a lot more. See, when you know a lot more, that means a lot because people can't do whatever they want to you. They
Mhm.
can't they can't allow certain shit to happen to you and then you have to just let it go. A lot of them older players, they didn't know, you know, and now they all jacked up. It's like, damn, we just finding out that we could do this, that we could have sued the NFL.
Right.
Now they families is filing lawsuits, but this guy's basically a vegetable. So yeah, y'all gonna get a couple of dollars, but he ain't gonna really enjoy the money, you know. And that's another thing too. We got to take into consideration these younger players. You know, these new age guys, they're a lot smarter. They're not gonna let you do what you want to them
Mhm.
without holding you accountable. You
Yeah.
know, and at the end of the day, we got to also remember too, with any lawsuit, the lawyers always take about 20% of your money, at least
Mhm.
20, 25% of your money.
Yeah. And so, but they were saying they was taking too much, and at the same time too, now, you got data now. So now these players right now, they reading data
That's
too
true.
fast.
That's true, bro. That's true. And that was one reason why Junior Seau, when they interviewed him, one of his last interviews, that's what he was saying. He said that he allowed the doctors to really operate, I mean, to really look at his brain
Mhm.
in detail like that because he wanted to leave something for the younger players coming in behind him to use his story as data, to
Right.
use his story as knowledge, to how to protect themselves and what not to get caught up in. So he was one of the older players who was pretty much a new age player to the older players.
Right. And at the same time, I think not too long after that, he committed suicide. But at the same time, like Go More, she said, Sleep said, he did agree when he passed away to look at his brain, so they could tell him what really was going on. And that data was tell a lot. And even back then, the NFL trying to hit that data.
Yeah. They've always that's how they've gotten away with the shit for so long.
Right.
But once the Junior Seau stuff came out, that opened up a lot. That opened up, that popped that lock.
Mm-hmm.
That popped that lock, man. They had a whole special on Junior Seau. And he
Mm-hmm.
committed suicide because of the issues he was having going on in his head with
Yeah.
his brain.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I want you to understand women too. It does translate into women's sports that I know this society do not want to say it, or these feminists do not want to say it. It does translate into women's sports because now women's sports taking these other precautions too of what happened of the men of the especially in the NFL and the NBA too. So now you got like even baseball is taking precaution too. They taking precaution how to pitch. They even have like extra putting extra on the helmet. How you slide when you slide and you're second base, you got to have your foot a certain way so they will not run into it.
Yeah, they're doing that, bro,
Thank
because
you.
they don't want to be held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
don't want to be taking these crazy lawsuits, man, because these lawsuits are big.
yeah, and so understand, lady women out here that when you see these, they take these certain precautions, it's for your benefit, but it came from in the past why these men was getting hurt, and at that time you should thank them. You should thank them that they did the groundwork So the women that head of women's sports, they take that data and translate of women's sports too. So I have to say that because they don't not want to, like I said before, they don't want to say that in this society. She's, my brother and other people in the chat and people in the chat and also outside. But it doesn't translate. So that's why of all the sports that really happen, the women's sports, they take a precaution. If there's equipment, they make sure they have extra layers of that equipment, even for men too. The way how you play certain sports, the way how you gotta slide a certain way. Just that it's get back to the NFL and stuff. Look how the defensive lines or anybody play defense. You cannot go for the head. You cannot go for the knees. You gotta go for the shoulders towards the stomach. But see, this is a powerful thing. This is something too. Because how about you tackle a running back, right? And a running back is short. So you gotta tackle him wherever it is. If you tackle him over the shoulders and it look like his helmet is going back, they call that, oh yo, you need to get thrown out the game. But see, they not considering that you got some running backs, even running back that is tall too. That's when you hit the hole, when you want to run somebody over, that you gotta bend over to run them over. And so there's a good about it, and there's a some about it. But to be thank for that. Let me see, let me see. He said to answer your question, mom is the one. JT, it was Daryl Stingler who got paralyzed by hitting by Raider Jack Tatum. No, I wasn't talking about that one. I know you talking about this one was about it was a Cleveland Cavalier, it was a Cleveland Browns against somebody. I know the one you talking about, not that one. Yeah. But let me read this. Lockheed Boston said, my son is in high school. Trust me, they are taking precautions with standing outside the heat too long. With back in the day, the boys would be outside. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm talking about all this really happened. Is really from, I'm talking about football now. Is really translate from NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee League. So they take an extra precaution, even drinking water too. Even in college right now, do you know they like I think every 10 or 15 minutes they drink water, especially like if you play like in a hot environment. And even in basketball too. So they take the alignments and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's a good point. That was brought up too. I'm not looking at the chat, but whoever brought that up, that's true because that's been a big thing too. With a couple guys dying from heat strokes
right.
playing out in the heat in practice.
Yeah.
That has become a big thing too. A couple of high schoolers and juniors, passed away too from them heat strokes.
Right.
So what a lot of teams is doing now, they're practicing in indoor facilities. And a lot of the youth football, if it's over 100 degrees outside, they cancel practice.
Mm-hmm.
They cancel practice now. They don't even let them practice.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that's another thing too that was a big thing going on in the NFL at one point too when that dude died in practice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and that go more your point before we get to the NFL. You see a quite few. You see a quite few throughout the year. They building indoor facilities. And I'm talking about high school. And so even like in junior high school, the Pee Wee League, they sometimes they build these arenas, and so sometimes it translates into basketball, and sometimes translate into practicing in football. And you're gonna see a whole lot. They're gonna do more of that too, because what they saying that they take a precaution, and even like it's in legislation in a boardroom. I mean, in community boards that they have sports in there of different states around this country. So they really practice it with precaution, and then like the coaches and the athletic directors, if they do not follow that, they will get fired on the spot. So so if you want to touch more on that before we go to NFL, feel free, bro.
Nah, we could go ahead and touch on the scores.
Okay.
What happened is
Okay, let's do it. Candy, where you at? Candy, where you at? Your team won.
yeah, she was talking all that shit. She was talking her shit, but she was right because
They
you
won.
know, they won. So
Yep.
let's go ahead and get into the scores. We got the first game. It was Dallas versus St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas took a L. They lost
Yeah.
um 30-22.
Uh-huh.
Um I pretty much felt like the Rams was gonna win, but I wasn't sleeping on Dallas either because Dallas had a good they ended off the season pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So I really wasn't sleeping on Dallas, but I was expecting them to lose. What really killed Dallas, I'm gonna say, is the second quarter. They didn't score the second quarter. So
Uh-huh.
going into halftime, it was 20-7.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams scored 17 points in the second quarter. Dallas didn't score. So going into halftime, the score was 20-7.
Mm-hmm.
So the Rams pretty much wrapped that up. We could go to some stats. Dak Prescott, he only threw one touchdown. That's another reason why they lost. You can't beat the Rams if you ain't putting up no points.
Like,
Um, let's go to the Russian. Let's see what happened with the Russian.
I know the Rams was killing them in the rushing. I say every time I see them, they went through the middle. And they did control the line of scrimmage when they run.
Yeah, and I knew that that's how they was gonna beat Dallas because um that boy Todd Gurley, monster.
Mm-hmm.
Gurley's a monster. He ran all through Dallas,
Yeah,
but they other back he killed them even more.
yeah,
C.J. Anderson.
right. Mm-hmm. Right.
He had
So
123. He had 23 carries, 123 yards, and two touchdowns.
mhm.
He averaged 5 yards a carry. 5 yards a carry. Gurley averaged 7.2 yards a carry. So he was damn near getting a first down every time he touched the ball.
That means that you think about it, they never really see really a second or third down.
Nope. Nope. So that they pretty much ran through Dallas. Dallas couldn't stop them. Couldn't stop them.
Yeah.
Um, Now we're gonna go to the second game this weekend was the Patriots versus the Chargers.
Yeah.
A lot of people had faith in Philip Rivers, but he all he always fuck up when he play against Tom Brady. For
Yeah.
some reason he could never beat Tom.
Yeah. And they make it so bad. And I'm looking at his stats. He had a pretty good game, 25 out of 51, 331 yards, three touchdowns, one interception, but it's never really enough. But I think the killer is right here of rushing. Melvin Gordon, 9 carries, 15 yards, 1.7 rushing, per rush, one touchdown. Jay Jackson, Only one carry, 4 yards, but we can't really count 4.0 because that 4.0 per carry because that's not really happening. That's just one. Receiving, T Wins 5 out of 94, no touchdowns. 5 receiving. K Allen two two receptions, 75 yards, one touchdown. M Williams 5 receptions, 68 yards. I forgot the average. T Win average 18.8. K Allen 37.5. Well, that's a given. M Williams 13.6. Antonio Gates only had 5 receptions for 41 yards, 8.2%. Now I want to know why he was not getting the ball. And he always played well against the Patriots.
I think I think Philip Rivers just couldn't get him the ball. That's what I think. Antonio Gates is getting kind of old too,
That's true.
but I just think he couldn't get him the ball. He couldn't get him the ball because the Patriots, they got a good backfield. They got a decent defensive line, but they got guys in the backfield that play pretty good defense.
Right.
Them safeties and them cornerbacks, they ain't really sweet. So if you ain't got no high power receivers, they will lock them dudes up.
Mm-hmm.
But Philip Rivers, I feel like he did what he always do when he played against Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And he put up 20. We just gotta admit it, bro. 28 points not gonna beat Tom Brady.
But it ain't now.
Not gonna happen.
You got
It's
you
not.
got you got to have you got to at least have about we got like 41. You got to be like maybe 41 to maybe 35. We got to score more. You got to have more than 2 touchdowns.
Exactly. You gotta at least have 30. You gotta at least have 35 points to even think you're gonna win.
Right. So
So,
yeah. So we're gonna go over Brady. Almost something like Rivers. 34 out of 44, 343 yards, 1 touchdown. But this is the key right here. S. Micho, 24 carries, 129 yards, average 5.4. 3 touchdowns. R. Burkhead, 4 carries, 12 yards, 3.0 per carry, 1 touchdown. And the rest is like academic, ain't nothing. Receiving, Jay Ellerman, 9 receptions, 151 yards. He averaged a catch, 16.8 yards. Jay White, 15 out of 15 receptions, 97 yards, 6.5. That is pretty good. P. Dorsett, 4 carries, 41 yards, 10.2 average. Gronkowski, 1 reception, 25 yards. That's 25. Okay. C. Hogan, three receptions, 13 yards, 4.3 per yard. S. Michael, 1 out of 9. Okay. Burkett. Okay. So then the defense, they came up with some big sacks. Ian McCory, 5 tackles, 2 assists. McCory, 5 tackles. Okay. Pete Chung, 4 tackles, 2 assists. King McCoy, none of them made sack him, but the Patriots, that running game. And you feel people see, but look at Grady, look up. But he threw the ball, he threw 343 yards and 1 touchdown. That's not enough. But the running, that's the one really beat him because that was play action passes that's Brady was doing.
definitely. Definitely. You gotta put up points, man, when you playing against Tom Brady. It's just that simple.
Yeah,
You gotta go gun for gun with him. You
and it
gotta
goes.
keep up. You gotta keep up with them.
Yeah, and I think
When they score, y'all gotta score.
right, exactly. And go more on your point. What the Chargers did wrong, they played conservative. You cannot play conservative against the Patriots. You got to have a full game plan. Your play, that offensive coordinator of the Chargers, you should your play call should be full.
Yeah. And also you gotta play big against the Patriots. You cannot be afraid. Like you said, you can't play conservative. You gotta you gotta throw the ball deep.
Yeah, you gotta
Period.
take it down.
You gotta be trying to score every drive.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You gotta be trying to score. So what you gotta do as a quarterback is you gotta test them cornerbacks and them safeties.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta make them beat y'all, man. And you're right, man. That could have been the main reason why the Chargers lost because they play conservative. You know, they play conservative. Every time the Patriots lose, it's because the team they don't play conservative. They don't play like they're afraid. They throw the ball down the field. They test them safeties and them cornerbacks.
Mm-hmm.
They throw the ball, man. They not you cannot be afraid to score. No field goals, touchdowns. You're
Yep.
not gonna beat the Patriots kicking goddamn field goals.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You're just not. You're gonna have to score. You're gonna have to score a touchdown. And you're gonna have to stay on them because Tom Brady's the type, he could score at any moment. He could score at any moment, at any time, on any part of the field.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, don't you definitely can't win against those guys playing conservative. That's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Against the Patriots, you got the first down, go deep.
Yeah, you gotta test them boys.
Yeah. I
You
know
gotta
that
test them boys.
you gotta test the Patriots one of those teams that you know, oh, we gotta run and set up the pass. No, you gotta throw the pass and set up the run. You gotta
Facts.
throw.
Facts. You have to play off your passing game. Once you if you can establish your passing game, then you could throw your running game in there. See, that's how the Giants beat them that year in the Super Bowl.
Twice. They beat them.
That's how Eli and them beat the Patriots twice.
Yep.
Because he came out the gate throwing bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Eli came out the gate just throwing it down the field on them boys. And
Mm-hmm.
then after a while, you know, you throw on the first two downs and you get a first down, the next time, then you run the ball. Then you sneak that run in there.
Yeah.
And that's how they beat Tom Brady. But
Right.
if you're gonna sit there and try to establish a run game in the first quarter, then this is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Even because even if Tom Brady start off having a bad game, he's gonna adjust.
Right.
He's gonna adjust.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to. And once
And
he adjusts, it's over.
and I think that is the thing about that what the Chargers did wrong. When you play against the Patriots, you cannot play conservative offense and have a strong defense. You cannot play conservative at all on both sides of the ball. You got to go at them. You got to switch up. You got to switch up your defense. You got to bring in. You got to bring in like certain packets of the nickel. You got to bring some of the nickels. You got to bring some. You got to bring have the cornerback blitz at one time. Drop back. You gotta mix up. You gotta mix up your schemes. And you know, I know you made a good point. When you don't mix up your schemes against Brady, he will kill you.
Yeah. Because he's a cerebral quarterback. He's a thinker. So eventually he's gonna adjust and he's gonna find a way to beat y'all scheme.
Right. And that was the thing that the Chargers did wrong. You did not you did not make him go back. You gotta make Brady go back.
Yes, you have to. That's another thing. You have to put pressure on Brady. You
Mhm.
cannot let Tom Brady get comfortable.
Right. And
You
that's what
can't
happened.
let him drop back and just survey the field. He will pick you apart.
Right. You cannot make him go side to side. Because you make him go side to side, that means his pocket is open up wide now. And that means that he gonna make you to commit. That's why when you go up in the middle, you gotta make him tap dance backwards. You gotta hit him.
Facts, facts, facts. You gotta, and that's why you gotta keep you gotta keep those. You gotta rush. You gotta have a strong defensive line to keep pressure in Brady's face. Because if you collapse his pocket, because he's a pocket quarterback.
Right.
So if you collapse his pocket, or you always got guys rushing up through the middle, confusing him, putting their hands up where he can't see, and all of that, Tom Brady will get frustrated.
Right.
That he's a guy that doesn't play well when he's frustrated.
Uh-huh.
And then a couple of times you get a little cheap shot in there. He throw the ball and you hit his ass and you knock him to the ground. You gotta let Tom Brady know you there. He's
And
one of those guys you gotta shake him up. Like Peyton Manning was the same way.
or the same way,
You
right.
gotta shake them boys up. You can't make them feel comfortable. Cause if they could just back up and just shuffle their feet a little bit and stay in pocket and deliver, they'll eat you alive.
Right. And at the same time, and these people fail to understand this, all you have to do go back to 2 Super Bowls when the Giants beat the Patriots and plus beat the winning streak. They send 4, but they mix up the schemes of defense.
Yeah. Yep. They had them free safeties rushing in. A lot of corner blitzes and all of that.
All right, you gotta mix them
Hmm.
up. You gotta make
Hmm.
him. You gotta make sure. Okay, he said, "Oh, he's coming up there." Then bang.
Yep.
Then you got a corner. Then you got a safety come up to the middle. So that means that if you make your safety come up to the middle, that means if there's no corner, and then if he trying, he loves to throw to the corner of the field. The corner of the field is already covered. So that means that he had to throw in the middle. That could be a deception, or is he gonna make him throw it away? Sometimes that when we was playing against them, we caused quite a few intentional grounding too.
Yeah. Because of that pressure.
Because that
That pressure
pressure.
y'all was bringing up that middle and around them sides, man.
Yeah. So that's
Mhm.
see again. No, see, this is what I'm saying. Nobody don't like to listen. Get the tape. It's out in the archive. That's how you beat the Patriots. You gotta win. See, this is what I'm saying. You gotta win when it's right there in the trenches. You gotta push him back. No let up.
Yeah, you could never let him get comfortable.
Right. One,
You
two,
can
three,
never
four,
let him
right.
adjust. You
Right.
can never let him adjust to your
Right.
to your schemes and your play calling.
Right. When you back when you play against Brady, that ball he don't try to get that ball out before 5 seconds. No, you gotta hit him within that. 1, 2, pop. 1, 2, 3, pop.
That's a fact.
You got the same way he got Mississippi 1, Mississippi 2. That's what the defense is supposed to. Mississippi 1, Mississippi 2. You got to count the same way. And then when he hiked the ball, that's when you're supposed to. And the Chargers did not do it.
Nah, they couldn't do it. I don't think their defense is good enough to do it. Honestly, I
Yeah,
don't. I don't think they got that much firepower to do it.
I don't think so either. I really don't. But I think, like again, Phillip Rivers, He had great stats against the Patriots. Again in playoffs. Don't win.
Yeah, it happens. It happens all the time. It always happens. So let's get to this last game, bro. The last game was the Eagles versus the Saints.
Ooh.
Now, the Saints won, man. When one thing I could say is they beat they beat the Eagles because of defense.
Yeah, right.
You know, Philly scored 14 points in the first quarter and didn't score the rest of the game.
Mm,
They didn't score the rest of the game. That's bad for the ex Super Bowl champs.
that's
They
not
didn't
good.
they didn't score the rest of the game, bro.
Yeah,
They didn't score the rest of the game, and that's bad.
that's not good.
That's bad, man. That's bad. And you know, Nick Foles, he threw a pick at the end of the game that pretty much wrapped it up too.
Mm-hmm.
Um Alshon Jeffrey, he went to catch the ball and he couldn't grab it, and dude ended up picking it off. So Nick Foles, he was 18 for 31, 201 yards, one touchdown, two interceptions.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Bad game, bad game.
bad, very bad game.
Then the Russian Smallwood had 33 yards. Sproles only had 4 yards,
Mm-hmm.
you know. The two touchdowns they had was from Nick Foles. Nick Foles ran in the touchdown and he threw one touchdown. So
Mm-hmm.
they had a bad game, man. That defense.
Yeah, defense.
The Saints defense stepped up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now I'm looking at Drew Brees. Wasn't all that good, but you know enough. 28 out of 38, 301 yards, two touchdowns, one interception. That was enough. But see, look at the Russian though. Maybe it's not a lot, but it's enough. A comma 16 carries, 71 yards, but he averaged 4.4 yards a carry. Ingram, 9 carries, 53 yards. He averaged 5.9 a carry. T. Hill of 2 carries, 8 yards, 4.0 a carry. T. Smith, that was only one carry, 5 yards, 5.0. And Drew Brees carried none. Receiving, this is the thing. M. Thomas, 12 receptions, 171 yards. He averaged a catch, 14.2 a catch, one touchdown. Ted Ginn Jr., three receptions, 44 yards, a catch, average 14.7. A comma again, four receptions, 35 yards, a catch, 8.8. T. And the rest of them is, you know, it was
And see see the thing is with that guy Kamara, he's
a.
a he's a good back because he's fast. That's why he had 35 receiving yards and 71 rushing yards. He had a good game.
Yeah, very good. Right. So
And
then,
people forget about Ted Ginn Jr.
right.
Ted Ginn Jr. is a monster. He fast as hell.
Yes, he is. If he ever stay out of injury prone, he could have a much more better career. But when you put take in what like you were saying, that's a threat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we're gonna look at the Saints defense, tackles, assists, sacks. See, they got a lot. They did pretty good. They didn't sack them, but I know they were putting hits on them. Kick return yards. Oh, A comma. Take a kick return. A comma. The one we talk about. 45 yards, average 22.5. Punt return. T. Lewis. Oh, well, they ain't really. Kicking. W. Roots. On field goals, percent 66.7. Long, 45% is 8. Punting,
Yeah, 8 points.
8 points. That's big right there too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Morstead, punting, 334. Average, 44.7. Special teams win. See, people don't understand. Defense and special teams win games in the playoffs.
Yeah, they beat the Eagles all around.
Yeah. hmm So, so we can say the Saints are marching in. Now, let's talk about the games that's going to happen for next week.
Well, the next week, the division finals is gonna be conference championships for the NFC is gonna be the Rams and the Saints. That's gonna be a great game.
Uh
Um, who you got on that game? Rams versus the Saints.
huh. That's going to be a hard game because both defense has show up in the playoffs, man. We got us. I think the ones who can run the ball effectively and play off action pass. And I'm going to say this, and I know people don't say this. I'm hearing this from the doctors. Whatever special teams that shows up, they don't win the game.
Mm.
Whatever.
Um,
I'll say it again. Whatever special teams shows up, they will win the game. And the one that's gonna run the ball, gonna play action pass.
I think I think they're gonna. I think it's gonna be a great game. I think they're gonna go back to back, meaning they're gonna go score for score.
Yeah.
And I think whoever's gonna win is who's gonna score more than the other team. Whoever I believe whoever defense could make the right plays at the right time is whoever's gonna win. The defensive stops is gonna be key.
Yeah, it's gonna be key. But also, I want to say this here too. I think how you were saying it's gonna be some score, but I think the one who will have the last of the ball, and I'm just saying I could be wrong. Special teams got to cause a fumble. It got to be a big play.
Yeah, yeah, I
That's
agree
what
with that too.
I think.
I agree with that too. I do. I agree with that too because the two quarterbacks, I believe they gonna be going at it. They're
They gonna
gonna be
be at
gunning.
it,
They're
right?
gonna be gunning. They're gonna be gunning.
They gonna be gunning. So that means the defense ain't gonna hardly have no chance to really rest it.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So
that's why I said it's gonna come down, to who stop who at the right time.
yeah, and I think the special, like I said, I think the special teams
Gonna play a part. Yeah. Hmm.
they got to play big.
Yeah. This game might come down to a field goal.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
It may come down to a field goal.
hmm
Real talk. I
It's
think whoever win, they might win by a field goal. If it's a blowout, if it's a blowout by any team, I think somebody just dropped the ball. Like, because I'm expecting it for it to be a good competitive game. I don't want to see no blowouts this weekend.
now I don't want to see it either, but I think it's all about field position too.
Right. And that comes down to special teams.
Right.
Yeah. Hmm.
I think
Definitely.
towards I think the fourth quarter especially.
Hmm.
So, but
The
what
next
Jacqueline? Yeah.
let's go to let's the next team, the next the AFC conference championship is the Patriots versus the Chiefs.
Ooh. A test for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, yeah. Um, honestly, I think the Patriots are gonna win, and I think they may win big because I don't think Kansas City got no answer for Brady.
But
I really don't.
I would say this. I think that if Kansas City can keep it close, because Mahomes, we gotta think of it. We have to say this. The Patriots front is good. I think they're good enough they can force Kansas City, but their safety is garbage. So I feel like this: if Kansas City offensive line could give Mahomes some time to throw, they got some advantages.
Right.
They do now. Could I think that Kansas can run the ball? They could run the ball a little bit, but I think now this is the game that I was Kansas City. I'm not starting off with no run. I'm throwing it because I'm telling the Patriots right now. As I was the coach, this is how I would do it. It's going to be like 90 plays of the whole game. 60 of them, we throwing it. Other 30, we could throw screenplays or running and stuff like that. That's what I would do it. Because I'm letting the Patriots know we coming after you in the air. You gotta stop us.
Yeah,
We
I
got to
agree.
score. And
You
we got
got to
to
come in and set the tone. Yeah.
right. We got to
Hmm.
score a touchdown. I mean, the first 3 or 4, it cannot be just field goals. It's got to be touchdowns. And it's gotta be aggressive. Second
Mm,
half gotta be the same way too.
hmm.
But just
Yeah.
switch up the plays.
Yep. They can't. And you right. And Kansas City has to execute. If they move the ball down the field, they have to put it. It can't be no field goals, man. They got to score.
Touchdown.
They have to score touchdowns.
And I'm
If y'all
talking
move the ball, y'all got to score.
right. At least if y'all throwing in Kansas City, I'm saying by the first half, you at least should have had about 21, 28 points. And to maybe Patriots 14. And then if y'all get the ball back, y'all gotta score that.
Hmm.
You got to keep on scoring. You got to keep on scoring. You might have to abandon the running game a little bit. I would say it like this. If Kansas City would be like I said, like 44-28, right? And I'm saying if it's like a minute left, right?
Hmm.
I mean, you could run it even a little before then. That's when also, okay, I'm going to run the ball. Because I'm making the Patriots now. Every time you get the ball, you got to throw it, Brady.
Yeah.
That's what Kansas City got to do to them. They gotta make the Patriots be one way in the late of the fourth quarter. And Kansas City got to put points up, especially fourth quarter. They got to keep on scoring. I'm saying like this, if one of them, like few of them drives, if you get 3 points, all right, take 3 points. But the next time, it should be a touchdown.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree. And something Jacquel said in the chat that's true that they're gonna have to put pressure on Gronkowski and Edelman or at the line. They're gonna have to put pressure on those guys.
Definitely, I agree on that.
But one thing I think more that's gonna be more important is they're gonna have to get in Tom Brady's face where he cannot see.
Right, and
They're
at the
gonna
same
have to, like you said, you gotta make them backpedal. You gotta make them drop back.
right, and then when you make them back with it, and you make them back, even like if you couldn't get it, pat your hands up, knock those passes down.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Make
Because
it
I think that will be more effective because them guys could get free, but if they get free and Tom can't deliver the ball to him, it's a wrap. So they're gonna have to get in Tom Brady's face. They're gonna have to get past their line. If they can't, develop a defensive plan to really limit Tom Brady,
yeah,
it's over. I think he's gonna pick Kansas City apart.
yes, I agree on that.
Now on offense, Mahomes, he probably could do his thing, but it's about defense when you playing the Patriots.
The
You
deep
could you could score all you want. You can score all you want, but if you can't stop Tom Brady, you're gonna lose.
right, and at the same time too, the Chiefs have, to, and I think I forgot to bring this up with the other games we talked about. Especially the Chiefs have to draw up blocking schemes to protect Mahomes too. Whatever what they doing in the past, they want to come. No, they got to switch it up. You got to switch up the blocking schemes too to protect Mahomes. So in case like them Kansas City receivers would have one-on-one, or you want a track play go up to the middle, you could do that. They got to mix it up all the way around of offense and defense for Kansas City. I would recommend that. Offensive line, we're gonna go do these plans. We gotta watch. We gotta study how they gonna blitz. What angles are they gonna come? How they gonna audible it and send it from the corner or send it to the middle? They have to understand, especially the offensive line. They got to study that because if you notice of the Patriots defense, they like to audible a lot. Especially like if they have you like third down and 5 and third down and 6. They're not gonna give you the same look.
That's true. I agree. I agree with everything you just said, bro. So is there any other things you want to touch on?
Um, I want you to tell them after this, tell them what you're gonna talk about on your live tonight, please. Your last remarks, my last remarks, and we close it out.
Well, y'all could go if y'all haven't yet. Go over there, check out Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Sheep Stay Sleep TV, one word. Um, I will be talking about the government shutdown and what do I think our people should do. So go check that out. I will be going live. I'm gonna say probably about ten minutes after we end this. So y'all go over there, you know, um, hit the red button,
Mm-hmm.
hit the bell so y'all could get the notification when I'm live. And we're gonna be talking about the government shutdown tonight, family.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so you hear that, family? He will by another. He said about another 10, 15 minutes, brother.
Yeah, yeah. Like soon as we end this, about another 10 minutes after that, you
All right,
know.
cool. Okay, I just want to know that. So, brother, so family, let's take the same energy that you gave me. She stay asleep. Um, let's go over there and support the brother. What I'm gonna do after I hear this, I'm gonna get me some food, and at the same time, we gonna listen to that because it's very important that we gotta support each other. It's very important because we have quite a few brothers and sisters that work for the federal government, and they are impacted. They are very impacted. They are very impacted, and so then we're not hearing that. Of course, it's not gonna hear so mainstream media. Definitely, we ain't gonna hear that. But I urge y'all, including myself, let's go there. Let's support And so I know y'all probably have me. Who knows? Y'all probably have family that work with them and everything. We just want to let we just gotta be a support and everything. I'm gonna say more that a few more things before I close this out. I did a man's talk this past Friday about toxic masculinity. This Friday is gonna be a part 2 of toxic masculinity of my channel, Man's Talk. I want y'all to check that. I want y'all to check that out. I will do a tribute of the late legendary great Denise LaSalle, songwriter, blues singer, R&B singer, songwriter. I will do a special on her hopefully tomorrow, God's willing, or maybe before the week is out. So watch out for that. Also, I did a live about Pole Blacks and Parasite Scholars. I want y'all to check that out. I did it this past Saturday night. I want y'all to check it out. You check that out. Put some views on that. All right, very much appreciated. Also, I did oh man, my mind go blank sometimes. That's what I'm getting old. On the fellowship live last night. It was success. It was pretty good and everything. I want y'all to check that out. Throw some views on that. And like I said before, family, let's this is about and also I forgot to tell you, she stay sleep. I was thinking about doing a special live this week about the government shutdown and what certain precautions that we need to take and stuff like that. But what we gonna do, I'll chop up with you on that and everything. That most likely probably be like a panel discussion. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna listen. She stay asleep, and then we gonna chop it up and see what's up too. And also, if God's willing, I might do part 7, YouTube cult leaders and followers, part 7. That also is going to be panel discussion. And also, I'm going to handpick the panel for that. Then repeat it again. If everything works out right, I'm going to do part 7, YouTube cult leaders and followers, part 7. I'm going to handpick the panel. So, family, watch out for that. Okay? So, I already said everything else. Like I said, Denise LaSalle, and all that in. I want you to tell everybody in a few minutes. My brother Chief Stay Sleep is going to go talk about government shutdown of our perspective. Please tell everybody many as you can to come and let's support this, because this is what we need to hear, because through our YouTube, we not hearing this. We're not hearing the message. Ain't nobody want to hear about the perspective. So I want you to support that, all right? So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna ghost this out. Thanks for support. The Underrated Sports Show with my brother and co-host He Stay Sleep in 10 minutes to 15 minutes. Support the brother. He gonna bring it. Let's support him. So everybody in the chat, let's transform to his channel, set up and everything. And on this one, get host.